Alright, let's do Go Berserk. You're ready to take your opponent out and you want to do it in style. Deal as much damage as you can this turn. Interesting. This should be entertaining to think about. Let's see, I do have a land in hand. No reason I can think of not to play that immediately. But let's take a look at the board state. He's got one card in his graveyard. What is that? It's a sorcery that he's already cast. And he doesn't have any creatures out. He's at 1 life. He can tap target creature with 2 mana. He's got 8 mana. He can do that 4 times. Okay. Crawl space. No more than 2 creatures can attack you each combat. So that's got to go. Because otherwise I actually can't kill him. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield, he gets +4/+4 and trample until end of turn. Okay. He's just number of forests. And he's hexproof. So he can't be targeted by the traps. Legendary permanents. I can only control 1 or more. I think there's been a change in the way legendary permanents work. I think like the opposing player could also control one of the same name, because this is if a player controls 2 or more legendary permanents with the same name, that player chooses one of them to put the rest in their owner's graveyards. Okay. So he's actually got Shroud, so he can't be targeted by the traps. So I definitely can kill him, no problem. Heedless One, Trample, he's only 2/2 though, only got Elf, Drove of Elves, Hexproof, and Primal Crux. So let's see, what do I have in hand? Return a forest you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. Activate this ability only once each turn. I don't see... Oh, okay. So that's the cost is return a forest I control to its owner's hand. Interesting. And I can do that as many times as I want to untap creatures, which means essentially the trip nooses don't mean anything. If I put this out for 1 mana. Mossbridge Troll. If it would be destroyed, regenerate it. Wow. Tap any number of untapped creatures you control other than Mossbridge Troll with total power 10 or greater. It gets +20/+20 until end of turn. Wow. Costs 1 less to cost for each green creature you control and has trample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he currently costs 2 green. Enchanted creature can attack as though it had haste. Untap enchanted creature. Activate this ability only once during your turn and only once each turn. Okay. Berserk. Okay. Beacon of Creation. Put a 1/1 green insect onto the battlefield for each forest you control. Shuffle Beacon of Creation into my library. But they won't have haste, so that's probably a dead card as far as this goes. Put a 1/1 elf warrior creature token into the battle for each elf creature you control. Right now that's 2. I could potentially do it twice to get another 4. Sky Shroud Claim. Let's go ahead and start with this, because it essentially only costs 2 mana. And this guy activates twice. Let's go ahead and put this into play. Put a ranger out. Wow. This guy can get +20/+20, so I kind of want to do that. And then I can play him for 0. Oh wait, but he can't attack. But I can still play him. So This guy's got hexproof, so I think I will trigger attack step and see which things he tries to untap. Oh, wait, so what? I got disconnected. I'm going to try to get back to where I was real quick. The game crashed on me, sorry. I guess it doesn't matter if I cast him or not in this situation because I didn't leave mana up to give him an instill energy, but attack step. Yeah, I let that resolve. And then I do that. Oh, actually I should have done this first. So I already messed up. Let me restart this. Okay. And I want to have as many forests out as possible so I can do the Orion Elf thing. Because I think that's going to be a ridiculous amount of power. Okay. I still may as well put it out because it's free. So. I'll get plus 20, plus 20. And then I'll untap it. I'll get plus 20, plus 20. Only once each turn. Okay. I see. And then he'll tap. Okay, that's unfortunate. So it looks like I'm not going to be dealing that much. Oh right, I only get to attack with 2. Bring him back, bring him back. So that's 20. Not very high. I think I can do better. And he is at negative 19. This is entertaining to me. Although actually, I don't really need the Sky Shroud claim, do I? Because I can only use that ability once for the turn. I may as well do that. I do want to be able to use it. And I do want to instill energy on that guy. And then I still have, I think this guy is free. It's free, but it doesn't matter. I still have a mana for Berserk, which is pretty crazy. Okay. So. can't I choose that card? Tap any number of untapped creatures other than Mass Bridge Troll. Okay. Well, so they just get him for now. He does not have a power greater than 10. Gotcha. And neither does he. So, I see. What is it? Don't show that again. But I can attack with him. And I can attack with him. And I can Berserk him. So, negative 59, 60 damage. I think that's pretty good. If you can do better than that, make a video or just tell me how. Put it in the comments. I would love to see it. So, yeah. Next challenge. I thought of a way I could do a little bit more than 50 damage. So, excuse me. Go ahead and do the Sky Shroud Crane. And we'll put that Moss Bridge Troll out. And we will instill him with energy. And we will pass turn. And we will tap it as it gets tapped. And of course we'll tap that. And then we'll tap that as it gets tapped. That we can't tap, but we can go ahead and tap that for another plus 20. And then he's used up all his traps. So I'll untap the enchanted creature. And then I can attack with an 8/8 Drove of Elves. Oh. And a 65/65. So that's up to 73 damage, which I believe beats my 50 from before. But yeah, negative 72. So that's the new number to beat, negative 72. See ya.